Hey there, second grade. How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to another remote learning math lesson with Mr. Enzi. Today, we are going to learn about something in math that has to do with Lego. You can see how the dots are arranged on every Lego brick. And it has to do with mathematics. So you're going to want to stick around as we learn something new in math today. Now, for this lesson, you are going to need one of your math mats. That's part of your sheet protector packet. And this one is called the centimeter grid paper. And it is just made up of a whole bunch of little tiny boxes. Or we call them grids. So you're going to want to find the centimeter grid paper, put that into your sheet protector, make sure you have that available, and we are going to get started as I shrink myself into the corner. Today, we are going to be doing Grade 2, Lesson 5.5, Introducing Arrays. And you're going to need your centimeter grid paper along with your sheet protector. Now, we're going to start with a little math message. You might remember the math message is like our warm-up. So take a look at the red dots that you see. Here's my question. How many rows of dots are there? Now, a row goes across. So this is one row. This is another row. So your rows are like loaves of bread. So there's one row, two rows of dots. Now, our next question to warm up with is, how many dots are in each row? How many dots do you see in each row? Some of you counted it so quick. I can't wait to find out how you did it. There are 5 dots in every row. Now, here's our last warm-up question. How many dots are there in all? Total. How many red dots are there? Did you get 10? You are correct. So let's check. We have 2 rows. This is one row. This is another row. In every row, we have 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the other row, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also. And we know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. Did you count by 5s to get 10, or did you count every single dot? For me, it was easy to think 5 plus 5 equals 10. That's one way to find the total number of dots. Now, I had another student, and another student said to me, well, look, Mr. Enzi, I can count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And they're absolutely right. 2 plus 2 more, plus 2 more, plus 2 more, plus 2 more equals 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you can count either way to figure out how many dots there are in all. Well, what we were looking at is called an array. Say that word, array. And an array means that all the rows have the same number of objects, All the columns have the same number of objects also. And rows go across, columns go up and down. And that's exactly how Lego bricks are created. Every Lego brick is created in an array. And when I build Lego, I look for that array. I need a 2x10 or a 1x4 or a 2x3. And I look for those bricks with the dots. And then I'm able to build really, really quick. Let me show you that our rows go across. You can see the word rows. So take a look at my purple dots. Since the rows go across, this is one group. So that's one row. This is another group, two rows. And this is another group, three rows. Now, columns, you can see the word columns. It's written up and down because columns are how many dots we have in every row. So let me show you my columns. Let's see. Here's a column. One column. Here's another one. Two columns. 3, 4, 5 columns. And that's how many dots there are in every row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. And there's 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me show you some examples of arrays in the real world. Look at my Lego brick. Here it is. It has some studs at the top, and they have the same number in every row. 2 here, 2 here, 2, and 2. That makes it an array. Here's another example. Oh, you might have these in your refrigerator. A dozen eggs. 12 eggs. This is an array. 1 row, 2 rows. How many eggs in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs in every row. Here's another example. Oh, boy, I like this. A whole bunch of cupcakes. Look how neat. They're all put together in an array. We have the same number of objects in every row and the same number of objects in every column. We have 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. And in every row we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And here are my Lego minifigures. I organized them in an array. I had them in rows, and I put the same number in every row so that the rows and the columns all had the same number. Here's 1 row. Here's another row. Here's row 3. And here is my 4th row. 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many in each row? See if you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in every row. Those are some examples of arrays in the real world. Let's take a look at this. We're going to draw an array on our centimeter grid paper. So you're going to need your marker and Let's draw this array. Look how I do it. I want you to copy what you see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw what you see. Here's our question. How many dots are there in all? How many dots in all? Did you say 8? You are correct. Now, our next question is, how many rows? Remember, your rows go across like a loaf of bread. 1. Here's another row. How many rows do we have? 2 rows. We have 2 groups that go across. The last question is, how many in each row? How many dots are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 dots in every row. Now, I could get 8 a lot of ways here. I don't know how you did it, but I added up 4 plus 4, and I got 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Awesome job. All right, let's draw an array together. Let's erase our sheet protector. And this time it's a little bit different. This time we're going to be told how many rows and how many in each row. So let's see. Our first one says we have 4 rows. That means we have 4 groups that go across. Well, let's start drawing. Here's one group that's going to go across. Here's another group. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. Because remember, my rows are going to go across. And I have 4 groups that go across. Make sure you drew yours up and down. Now, there's 2 dots in every row. Well, we already have 1, so I'm going to put another one. 2. I already have 1. I'm going to put another one. 2. I already have 1. I'm going to put another one. 2. And I already have 1, and I'm going to put another one. 2 more. How many dots in all? 8 dots. Awesome job. Now there's a couple number models that we can do for this. I like to add the rows. I add 2 plus, then I have another 2. I always focus on my rows. Here's another 2. And then I have another group of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, other students will say, well, Mr. Enzi, I didn't do it like that. I did it like this. I counted 4 plus 4. And you can do that also. 4 plus 4. You focused on the columns. And it equals the same number. Awesome job. Let's try one last one together. Go ahead and clear off your sheet protector. Here's another one. 3 rows, 5 in each row. Well, let's try and draw it. 3 rows. There's my 1 row. 2 and 3. Because I need 3 groups going across. 5 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many dots are there in all? See if you can count them. Did you get 15 dots? I don't know how you counted them, but I counted them real quick. I went like this. 5 plus 5 plus 5. I counted by fives. 5, 10, 15. So my number model was 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. I had 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. And I had 5 in every row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Today, we learned about arrays and how an array has the same number of objects in a row and in a column. And we also learned that our Lego brick, which has been around for many, many years, is made up of arrays. Wow! You're going to have some array practice to do today. So go ahead and log in, and I can't wait to see how smart you are.